You see, I might not be able to brag about anything, no, but you see my chocolate cake recipe, I brag about it all the time. And this is because I am super confident in my recipe. So hey food lover, welcome back to the channel. I am Alari, and in today's video, I'm showing you how to bake chocolate cake at home. I've been gatekeeping this recipe for a very long time, and now I'm about to share it with you. So let's get started. Measure out your flour accurately. Proceed to measure out your cocoa powder, and once you are done with this, sift your flour and set aside. Into a different bowl, proceed to measure your sugar, and once we are done with this, the next thing we're going to measure is our milk. So one of the very important tips while baking is having everything in place, and this is one underrated skill, because when you have everything properly measured out, it eases you a lot of stress. Into our vegetable oil, rinsing with some eggs, combine that together until it was smooth, then added sugar. Combine together until the sugar is properly melted in the oil and egg mixture. Going to proceed to add our chocolate flavor, and I also made use of butterscotch flavor. You can also make use of vanilla flavor if you have. I usually like to mix one or two flavors together to get what I want. I combined this together thoroughly, then proceeded to add in milk into this. Don't worry, you're going to get the accurate measurements for everything that I use in this video. And when you want to bake yours, you can either decide to make use of the same measurement or divide the recipe to suit what you're going for. So into my flour, I went in with cocoa powder. I will also be adding baking powder, baking soda, salt to our dry ingredients. And once we are done with that, we're going to combine this together, mix everything until everything is totally incorporated. And when we're done with that, it's time to mix our wet ingredients with our dry ingredients. Like I mentioned earlier, the detailed measurement and recipe will be attached in the description box. To combine our dry ingredients with wet ingredients, we're going to be doing this in batches. So into our wet ingredients, we went in with some of the dry ingredients, mix together, add in more dry ingredients, mix together, then we add in the last batch of the dry ingredient and combine together until we have a smooth consistency. To avoid having lumps in your batter, also make sure you sieve your cocoa powder for a smoother consistency. Although having some lumps in your recipe does not necessarily affect the outcome of your cake, but if you have like too much lumps in your batter, you can proceed to sieve this to remove excess lumps. Also note that unlike cooking where you can just listen to your ancestors tell you, oh my child, that's enough salt, that's enough pepper, you can't exactly do that with baking unless you're a professional who has the recipes stored in their head, or I don't know. But when it comes to baking, you have to be able to measure accurately, and I know that not everybody owns a measuring scale, but you can still achieve a very good result with the help of your measuring cup. And once you are done combining your dry ingredients with your wet ingredients, making sure that everything, every bit of flour is totally incorporated into your batter. You don't want a situation where you have some parts that are not properly mixed. So you really need to do this properly, making sure that everything is properly mixed into the batter, and you have a smooth consistency, just as you can see in the video, or you have like a batter where the flour and the wet ingredient are properly mixed together. Once that is done, add in your lemon juice, and the last thing we're going to be doing after adding our lemon juice and mixing it in is adding the star of the show, which is our coffee mixed with water, hot water. Combine this together properly and make sure the water that we just added, the coffee that we just added, is properly mixed with our batter. And once we're done with that, that is it. The next step, once you're done mixing properly, the next step is to bake. And before baking, make sure you prepare your baking pan. proceed to add your batter into your prepared baking pan, and once that is done, go ahead and bake. Don't forget to check the description box for the detailed measurement and recipe, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you found this video helpful. If you ever do try out my recipe, please let me know. I love you so much. See you in the next one. Toodles! Everything I baked on this day turned out so perfect.